We are back for another episode of the Circle of the Seven Dice. It is once again time to choose your weapon. So grab your dice and let's get ready to play. Today we are starting the second act of the Alien RPG cinematic adventure Chariot of the Gods. We started off last session with the crew of the Chronos coming out of Cryosleep. We were still under orders to save the crew of the Cronus and recover any research data from what the scientists aboard the ship were working on. Unfortunately, things were not off to a great start. A few of the Chronos crew's cryopods in Cryo Bay 1 and Cryo Bay 3 were damaged, and they did not make it. In fact, even the four that did make it, Exo John, Sergeant Reed, Medical Dr. Flynn, Dr. Cooper, Company Rep Clayton, they all required immediate medical attention right out of the cryopods. We had to go immediately to the med bay. There are two med pods that were used. There was also an outbreak of some type on Cryo Bay 2 that required us to seal it off. Oh, and let's not forget there's at least one terrifying and extremely hostile creature running around the ship we have yet to identify. Spoiler warning, it's a full-grown xenomorph, but we have no idea what a xenomorph is. Roughnecks Rae and Cham were in the air scrubber shaft trying to purify the air and give us some more time because our oxygen on good air, breathable air was going to be running out. While Pilot Davis and Captain Miller deal with the crew of the Chronos waking up from Cryosleep after 75 plus years. Cham calls up the captain and says that there is some serious shit going on down in the air scrubber shaft that they needed to see. It turns out to be more urns filled with the strange black liquid we saw before. As Captain Miller is convinced that there is some kind of connection between the substance and the creature we are avoiding, she instructs them to stay away from it, and we would be down after we get everyone the medical attention that they need. And unfortunately, that is where Evie Much decided to lose connection with every platform we were streaming from. And that is why there is only 15 minutes of gameplay and an hour and 45 minutes of nothing in the last episode. There's $25 a month down the toilet for the subscription stream. But we do remember a little bit about what happened, and we're going to try and piece it together. Now, basically, what we know is Dr. Cooper had a bloodburster come out of his eyeball from his head. And then all hell breaks loose as we were trying the fight of our lives. The Colonial Marine, I don't remember what her name was. She ended up losing her leg. Oh,
Reed.
You know the name? Reed.
Yeah, Colonial Marine
yes.
Reed.
Okay.
And she was a badass right up until the time she got her leg taken off. So
Yeah. You can't. It's hard not to bleed out with that main artery just gushing and shit. So, she did die, but before she died, she had the wherewithal to toss Pilot Davis her pulse rifle so that he could kill one of the xenomorphs, and Captain Miller incinerated the other xenomorph that attacked us. Now, Exo Johns and Medical Dr. Flynn are in med pods, and the company agent Lori Clayton, as well as Cham Rae, survived as well. We are all where are we at again? We're in the med bay. We're in the med bay still.
Med bay and med pods, so which are connected.
And yep, they're still in the med pods. All right. And yes, we are about to start Act 2.
Absolutely. So, as you said before, you had a giant battle. The xenomorph that actually, let me look her name up real quick. Cham and Rae thought that they had killed, had actually only been wounded and was still active. And so all of you have been confronted by not only that xenomorph, but the one that popped out Evil Dead style from the remains of the PhD, Dr. Cooper. And yes, Sheldon Cooper bit it on the Chronos. I think that big back Jerry.
You can never trust those guys that say bazinga.
Yes. And a huge battle came down. Two aliens against. As for all of you who have seen Aliens, don't judge the crew too harshly, since between the five of them, they had one flamer, one pistol, which was next to useless, a pulse rifle. I think they had some hand weapons and some bad language, and that was about it.
Davis
I wanted to shoot Cooper before he bursted, but oh no, we had to have the plot happen.
Yeah, they also had a shotgun. So
Yeah, but that was actually useless. Shotgun bullets bounced off these creatures, which was
Yeah.
also new to any fans of the series.
So, uh, they eventually were able to take them down via pulse rifle and flamer, but not before, like we said, Colonial Marine Reed lost her leg trying to save Davis from being dragged away because one of the others that got them and was dragging them towards the air chute. And then I believe it was also someone else. I don't remember who else had been grabbed and was being carried down another hallway. And that one was taken out by Captain Miller and the Flamer, using the
I want
Flamer.
to say that was Cham.
Yeah. Johns had rushed in to help and got himself wounded for his trouble, and he is currently in a med pod being attended to by Medic Flynn for his puncture wounds, which were serious, but not that serious. And everyone had sealed up the med pod and the med lab. I'm not sure what you did with the body of Officer or PH or Scientist Cooper, who had been in one of the geneticists on board the ship, and you have managed to rest, de-stress, heal, so your wounds are healed and everything. And just as you are beginning to feel good about yourselves, those of you who were originally from the Montero, all at about the same time, lights start blinking on and off on your suits, telling you that the air supplies on your suit are running out.
Great.
Um, um, we could what? Where is there a communication panel or something?
You're all in the same room, so
Okay. You said so. Cham is dead. Is Rye still alive?
no, Cham's there, Rye's there.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay. Well,
yeah,
what is the oxygen level situation on this ship after while you guys were down there? You had to notice some kind of levels or something cleaning that stuff out.
you take a look at Flynn, Johns, and also Clayton, and they all appear to be doing just fine. Although Johns has a strange look on his face, and he notices the air or the light going on because he's just come out of the pods. He kind of holds up. He's like, "Wait a minute." He's like, he looks over at Flynn. They're all like, both of them are ignoring Clayton. It's like, "Is your memory starting to return?" And Flynn nods. He's like, "Look," he's like, "There's something really well. This goes without saying, but there's something very dangerous in this ship, and I'll tell you right now, unless you have a suit on like you, if you remove your helmet, there is infectious material in the air here. We were all inoculated against it."
Well, you see what? Well, that sucks. Like giant ass, like the size of your mom's ass. Um, it it does not, however, solve a problem that we will suffocate in these suits if we do not get more oxygen in them.
Well, he looks at Flynn. He goes, "There should be more of. There should be more, right? Here in the med bay." And he kind of looks, and Flynn runs in and begins looking through the refrigerator portion, and they also look on Cooper's body, and Cooper has a syringe that is full in one of his pockets.
Okay, well, so we grab the wrench out of his pocket.
Yeah. I remember everything now. Johns looked at you. He's like, "I don't know. Maybe it was the long cryosleep." He's like, "But I can remember everything. But I know that they're, part of what happened with the other crew is that something got out into the air. We sat down on LV-113, and Clayton's like, now wait a minute. That was supposed to be an archaeology mission. We weren't supposed to find anything down there."
113.
That is in the LV system.
LV 1113 1113. So
Mm.
I
Same system that Alien occurs on, at least partially.
yeah, we brought artifacts back, and then Cooper was studying it with the others, and then, well, whatever it was, we had a problem, and the medics began trying to come up with some sort of inoculation, and they came up with this, these. Uh, how do I explain it? It's like Flynn's like, hold on for a moment. Let me see if these syringes, these inoculation doses are still usable. It's like this is.
Wait a minute. I don't know how inoculated you feel, but dude over there had one of those things come out of his fucking eyeball. He was not inoculated.
I
That doesn't make. Is it possible? I don't know. I mean, he had a syringe in his. Why would he have a syringe in his pocket then?
I don't know, but what I do know is that we saw blood splatters and stuff in some of the other cryo pods, and I think that I don't know. More than one of you were infected with these things when you went into the cryopods. So the inoculations, I fear, probably don't work.
well, or it's a different source of infection. I mean, it, if it's the inoculation is against what's in the air, it might not work against what hit him in the cryopod.
Or do you want to take that chance? I mean, I think we need to sit down and talk about what exactly is going on here on the ship. But he looked at the blinking lights. He's like, "You guys have about 10 minutes left of air." You know what I mean? And and Rye looks around and goes,
Well,
"Captain,
hold on, time out. Several
yep.
minutes ago, I asked about the oxygen levels on the ship, and you said there were more of these suits somewhere. Where are these suits? Where's the oxygen? Are you talking about suits or oxygen? Where is this stuff?
Oh well, there's EVA suits at the front of this deck, but I mean, I guess those could work as hazmat suits. So
Well, do they by any chance have oxygen on them or something that we can take off of them? I'm not all that comfortable in a suit like this that is well over 75 years old.
well,
I prefer something a little newer, if you know what I'm saying.
we could go to the front of the ship and look, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I've been out of everything for John's. We've been out of it for 75 years, evidently. So I don't know if they're still compatible, but we do have EVA suits at the front of the ship.
Well, you said you remembered everything, and you're the captain. So, do you remember the status of them when you went into your cryopods?
We went in the cryopods. The ship status was that everything was locked down. That those crew members who were still able to be saved had all gone into cryosleep, and as far as I knew, everyone had taken the inoculation. And now we woke up, only 5 of us, and now one of us is missing a leg and is dead, and the other one's head blew off. So,
All right,
you know as much as I do.
I'm for taking at least the syringe on each of us that hasn't taken it, and then going up to check on the EVA suits.
Okay, Captain Miller, I need to talk to you for just a second.
We don't have a whole lot of time, but spill.
I know that, but trust me, this isn't a conversation you want to have right here.
All right, fine. Take him aside, and we'll figure something out.
Okay. I know that you said I get paranoid when I'm on my pills and stuff, so I'm trying to take that into consideration.
Fair.
But this was a company ship doing a company project. And people in the cryopods who got inoculated still ended up with this infection, this whatever it is.
Yeah, but
maybe, and you know I hate company men, so maybe that's having a factor here. But what if the goddamn inoculation is the thing that infected them. That's all I'm saying.
Well, who knows? We don't have any evidence either way right now. So let's focus on getting the suits, and then we'll. But I would like to have at least the inoculation on us, so that if it turns out that we do need it and we have no other choice, then we'll have it. That's all I'm saying.
All right, but I would like it noted that I said I don't think that is a good idea. I got a feeling in my gut saying don't take.
I'm not saying take it. I'm saying have it.
All right. You see why now I wanted to have this conversation privately.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, we just don't have a lot of time to argue this.
All right. Do you guys want to move to vestibule 2 or vestibule 1? Vestibule 1 is the armory. Vestibule 2 is over at the top right of the ship. So,
okay. All right, we can do that. So vestibule
right.
Okay.
Right up here. It says EVA suits.
Vestibule EVA suits. Okay, right there.
All right, I got it.
And let me move these people up there as well.
I think you're in the wrong vestibule.
I know, it wasn't moving.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay. I got stuck in a door.
Oh, damn it. That keeps happening on these things. If you even go near them, you get stuck, like locked in the doorway.
Yeah, it's because none of this thing is working right. And I put all these doors in, and now they're all jacked up. I got to move all the doors out into space where no one can hear you scream. So.
Doors out into space. Is that like, are we creating a Twilight Zone?
Yes.
Doors in outer space.
Let me read something to you real quick. If I can find what I'm looking for. There's Montero. Let's see this. Okay, so you emerge into this vestibule. The power here has come back on and has lit up 5 separate, what look to be like cloaking stations or dressing stations, where there are fully rated Echo all-world survival suits, 5 of them, pristine, inside of these dressing stations. One look, though, tells you that they are hopelessly antiquated and that their systems were in no way are going to match up to the current suits that you have on now.
Do they have, I inspect them for oxygen, for air. Do they have any packs or however they do that here?
They absolutely do.
Okay, can we take those off? And we got a couple of roughnecks aboard. Would they know how to properly fix those to our suits?
There's no way that you could tell. I mean, Rae looks at them and goes, we might be able to jury rig something, but it would take us a couple hours. And even then, I don't know if it would be compatible, or if it would hold. Say my best, the best thing I could recommend is for us to change into the new suits, if that's what you want to do.
I guess we're going to have to.
Okay. You'll pardon me if I'm a little nervous about the standards of 80 fucking years ago.
Understandable, but it's what we got, and it worked for them.
Okay.
Cham looks at Captain Miller and goes, Captain, I don't know what the protocol here is, but I don't want to turn into one of those things. So if you don't mind, Captain, I'm going to take the injection. I love all of you, but I want to get home to Earth.
All right. Anybody else feel the same way?
Rye looks around and goes, I ain't taking shit the company gives me.
Okay. I would say it's your lives to take whatever risks you want with them. I mean, at least we'll know one way or another. But
So,
I'm going to be taking the EVA suit.
all right. Flynn walks over and helps administer the inoculation to Cham, while Rye moves into one of the pods to begin putting on a suit. So,
I guess
uh,
we'll get into these. Jesus, just imagine here on Earth the standards of 80 years ago. We're trusting that with our lives.
Yeah.
All right,
uh,
I'm going to get into the suit, but um, I, I'm going to say I told you so. If something goes wrong. Just saying.
okay.
Yeah. It would basically be like us getting into Neil Armstrong's spacesuit.
Right. This is
Okay.
a lot of confidence.
Um, when you put on the suit, all you notice several things. First of all, even though these are 75 years old, were state of the art for the time. Not only that, these are not just your normal EVA suits. These are hard suits. They have fully articulated rotary joints and self-actuating fingers, which means you only have a limited range of mobility. However, the helmet has a sophisticated heads-up display built in, and it is already bringing up comms and heads-up display from around the ship. It has its own thrusters for tether-free zero-G maneuvers, and it has armor built into it. So you have an armor rating of 4.
Cool.
It has armor built into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. So they had that actually is a little comforting. The fact that they put armor into it, and they were whatever they were doing with those stupid creatures on this thing with the scientists. At least they were. It sounds. I'm getting the impression they were prepared for maybe these things going bad with the suit.
Um, while you're doing that, Miller and Davis, give me a God. What is the name of the observation check, please?
Observation. Oh,
Observation. Oh, check. Okay.
I got one success.
I got no successes.
Um, in this part of the vestibules where you are arming yourself and are getting into your suits, there are also 2 escape hatches here with windows looking out into space, and you notice something odd. Moving along with the ship is the remains of the Montero having been blown up, but you notice that several of the tritium containers are intact and floating out there as well.
Might be worth getting those. We could use the fuel. And if nothing else, it wouldn't be bad to have if we need to blow something up.
Well, here's the problem, Captain. Uh, the tritium on that ship was still in the process of even getting to a usable form. It is not ready to be used.
Oh. Still, tritium. Some tritium in that form is better than no tritium, and it might still be useful. So I would say try
Really,
to
have you ever
keep some.
tried putting, say, raw oil into an engine? It doesn't work the same as gasoline.
I get that. I'm just saying, if we can't even get it into a usable form if we don't have it, is what I'm saying.
Rod's like, if nothing else, at least we could sell it. So
Yeah, that's true too. Yes, absolutely. And plus,
Okay.
I think the company owes us
As
something
a
for
pilot,
blowing
I
up
know
my
what
boat.
about these ships. I'm going to tell you, putting that tritium into this thing as fuel is not a good idea. The ship
All
is
right.
meant pure processed tritium. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
All right. Noted.
Okay. All right, so we're in the new suits.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess you guys have the inoculations if you need them. Cham, I'm glad that you took the inoculation. I guess that really doesn't ease. You don't have to be in the suit if you don't want to. And Cham's like, no, it's fine. I'll be in the suit. So, uh,
Why not double up on your protection?
do you? I think I'm in a better place to explain what went down on this ship, so we could try and decide what we're going to do next. But I'm a little at a loss. We're I really don't feel like going back up to Cryo Bay with everything that's going on up there. And, I guess we could go into the lounge or something. It's just, the mess hall is just next door. We could hit there. I'm kind of hungry. I could go for some food as well. But I'm assuming that you'd like to know about what we were doing on the Chronos. So, or not, it's up to you.
Yeah. Yes, that would
I
help us a
would.
lot.
I'd also part of our directive on when we were forced onto the Chronos was that we needed to recover any data that from what the research they were doing here on the ship. Could you help us locate that where we could get that information?
Sure. Why don't we retire to the mess hall and we can get some food going, and we could talk about what the status of the ship is. I could give you a brief overview of everything on the ship, and then we can decide where we're going to go from there. I'll be honest, Captain Miller, I know this isn't your ship, and it's technically I'm the captain, but I'm an executive officer and I recently promoted when we had left, Terra as well. So I'd appreciate if you'd help me with command here. So
Yeah, absolutely. And any information you can give me about, how the ship is run and filling in whatever gaps I have, I'd appreciate that as well. So yeah, let's do that.
Clayton is in the corner and she goes, Johns rolls his eyes. What? Captain Johns, this is a rather sizable investment that the company has put into this mission. And no offense, Captain Miller, but from what I understand, you were hauling tritium on some freighter, not this kind of ship. So I don't think that you're really suited to be able to make decisions for this kind of investment and these kinds of decisions which need to take place here. In fact, Johns,
Let me stop you right there, company man. Are you under the impression that any of us here trust you at all?
Well, eventually we're going to get back to Earth, and there's a sizable. Your position here is very compromised, and I think we want to be in the best negotiated position with the company and the authorities when we eventually get back there.
We're going to be in the best position with the authorities when we have the information they asked us to retrieve. Save the crew, get the research data. We don't need any of this other shit you're talking about.
Mother has already given me operating command of this ship. I hope to add as far as that goes. That's concerned.
Well,
I
I don't speak for everyone, but I'm the pilot. I don't know any other pilots on this ship, and I can tell you right now, I don't trust you. And unless my captain tells me to have to follow your orders, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we are not following company orders because company orders got my boat blown up. No offense.
Yeah, company just fucked us over and put us on this fucking rock floating in space.
Clayton goes, I understand that you're a little put out about the few things that have gone wrong, the little things that have happened here and there.
Few things that have gone wrong.
But
Few little things, even. He emphasized the emphasis on little.
John, you've got a career to look forward to. You may or may not have a family waiting for you back on Earth. We need to think about
the future, Eckhart.
Yeah, we need to think about what it means for us to successfully bring back this ship, its crew, and all of the various artifacts, what it could mean to our futures, what it could mean for our financial security. We need to think about that before we make any rash decisions.
You know what the company man on the ship always has a hard time thinking about? The lives of the people on the ship besides themselves. There is not a guarantee we are going to make it home. And until there is, none of your shit matters. Shut up.
I think you're being irrational. You've already refused to take a perfectly good inoculation, which could keep you from. I mean, look at you. You're walking around in hard pointed EVA suits inside a starship. I mean, I think that you're all of you are a little emotionally compromised.
Emotionally compromised.
I think you the strain is getting to you. And I think we all need to take a step back and really think about what our fiduciary and legal responsibilities are here.
My fiduciary and legal responsibilities are keeping me and my best friend alive right now.
See, and I appreciate that, but that is a very human response when we need to be thinking about what our
I'm a
duty
human,
is.
asshole.
Human response. Are you an android by any chance?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't seen the android around here anyway. But I don't know what happened to her. But you know what we do need to do is I think we need to go to the mess hall. I think that we need to have a hot beverage. We need to sing "Soft Kitty," you know, and
Sing Kumbaya.
yeah, and really think about what our next steps are going to do, because if we can manage to bring this ship intact back home without doing anything drastic, I think that we could all be set for life. So to just be perfectly upfront about it.
I would be willing to do this. At the very last thing, when everything else that I feel needs to be done is done, I might consider your request. But it is on the list at the bottom.
Rye and Cham walk out. No offense, Captain, but we ain't going anywhere because the ship's engines don't work, and I'm hungry. And Rye and Cham walk down to the mess hall, and Flynn kind of nods and goes along with them. So.
Well, I don't mind having a discussion about it, but I'm still thinking like I think we need to watch it. I think we need to keep an eye out for anything that might decide to attack us.
Well, that's a big hell yes, 10-4 for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Johns and Clayton moved down here as well. So does I see everybody has moved in the mess hall. Flynn starts cooking up some food. He's not sure how you guys are going to eat, but he cooks up food for everybody. While he's doing that, John sits down. He goes, "All right, where do I start here?" Like I said, we left the Terran system. I guess it's almost 80 years ago now, or 75 years ago, however long it was, and we're setting off to LV 1113. We weren't given a lot of information. Evidently, there had been a previous mission out here to a different system or a different planet in this whole system, and they had found something strange there. Something about Prometheus. It was classified. We never learned much about it. But there were some ancient ruins that they had found on LV 113. And so we sat down there on an archaeological mission. And Clayton goes, "That's right, archaeological mission. That's what they told us. We were going to get artifacts and bring them back for study in Earth orbit."
Yeah, right. And I think the mission of the Prometheus would have been like in basic history records, or at least the name of the ship would have been.
It all depends on the company. I was just wondering about that myself. If I would have known about, I'd have heard about what happened to the Prometheus as a pilot. But here's the thing: the company would have totally even covered up that the Prometheus existed once they found out what was going on.
No, I mean the Prometheus.
Well,
Like,
we knew that. I mean, yeah, we would have known that Peter Whalen disappeared. We would have known that there was an expedition that went out there that never came back.
well, Peter Whalen. All right. Uh, what you would know is that Peter Whalen died, and the Prometheus was his brainchild. And he had been working with the two doctors, and that Peter Whalen died while the Prometheus was en route. That's the official story.
Yeah, which is all of which is technically true. They just
Uh,
they just neglected to tell us a bunch of other details.
yeah.
Well,
Uh,
technically, they thought he died. He presented himself as dead, but it turned out that they brought him back at the end of that movie. Remember, towards the end of the movie.
yes.
Mike, your sound is going haywire.
Yeah.
Like what? What is it doing?
Keeps cutting out.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea what.
Yeah. I don't know. What else do I want to say? So Wayland had died. This was his brainchild. The Prometheus went there to go look into the work being done by these two doctors. These doctors had published many papers on the extraterrestrial origin of life on Earth, and they were roundly dismissed. Wayland, for some reason, had taken an interest in their research, and they had gone off, and the Prometheus had transmitted a routine transmission back to Earth that they had arrived in the LV system, and then that was it. Nothing was ever heard from them again. When people eventually arrived many years later to check on the fate of the Prometheus, there was no sign of the ship. Nothing was found. So,
wow. So you actually found the Prometheus, or at least what they were looking into?
no, this ship, this survey ship that arrived, it was Colonial Marines, had gone there, and they found no thing, but they had found evidence of some sort of ancient ruins on another planet in a nearby star in the system, LV 1113. And so we were dispatched to go out there by the company to explore these ruins. And Clayton's like, that's right. We went down. It was an archaeological mission. Why do you keep saying that, Clayton? All right, let me finish the story. Okay. So when we got there, Cooper and the rest of the science team, and it was strange because Cooper came along, and Cooper is a genealogist. We had an archaeologist on the team, a geologist, a couple others. But they went down and they retrieved what they called were important artifacts, and they brought them back up to the ship. And have you ever heard of the ancient story about what happened when they used to go into like the old tombs in Egypt? I think they called them pyramids in Egypt and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's ancient history, but sure.
Right. Well, whatever it was, there was some sort of like alien spore or disease or something on them, and some of the crew got infected, and it actually turned into those things that we saw. So you remember when John's had something come out of him? That was happening to a lot of the crew on the ship, and that's when the ship everything the hell, and then some of the spores, some of these vials started growing what looked like egg sacs, and things were coming out and attaching to people's faces. It was a whole horror show. We lost a lot of the crew just through that.
Wait a minute. This is shedding a little bit of light on a body I got. I don't remember
The captain. That was the captain.
I found the captain of the ship. He was in one of these suits. He had a shotgun in his hand, a spent shell on the floor, and his head was gone. I assumed that the captain like killed themselves or whatever. But I mean, after watching what happened, it could have been one of those things that came out like while it was in him while he was in the suit or something.
We lost contact with the captain. When I ordered everyone to go into who was still alive, to go into the to retreat to the cryopods and go into cryosleep, we hadn't heard from the captain. The last we had heard is the captain had gone to try and cleanse the science stairwell and bring back Ava, who was our resident synthetic, and that was the last we heard from him.
Is my mic working better?
What's that?
Is my mic working better?
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
So,
Okay.
anyway, what else had happened is that we knew that these, and this is why I told you not to take off your suits, is that there had been spores that had been released from the egg sacs and also from these vials into the air. They're microscopic, and they've gone through the whole air system here. And so our scientists came up with a cure, because we had seen this. We had actually seen the two different types of life forms cause things to grow inside of people. One was the ones that attached to your face, but the other was through these spores, and they grew, and they eventually came out of your head. So we came up with this, the scientists came up with this inoculation that turns it into an inert tumor inside of your body that gets absorbed. At least that's what they told us, and people took the inoculations and they were okay. At least we thought so.
Did the captain take it?
Well, everyone was given it to administer to themselves, so.
It would have been weird if he hadn't.
Well, we seem to be leaving out the part where several infected people were put into the cryopod.
Well, yeah, I'm at a loss to explain that. I mean, we had everyone screened when they into the pods themselves, so I don't know why it is.
I am making an assumption here. What do you think could have caused the blood splatter and glue on the inside of the cryopod?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you came in and you were telling me what you had found, you said that in the science lab, you sound that those ampules are still in there and there's still the black liquid and stuff?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I'm no PhD, and Cooper's dead, and Flynn jump in here when you can. Is like, I'll try my best, Johns, but I'm just a medic. He's like, but that liquid, I'm going to give you my XO take on that liquid. It was some weird shit. So it would change anything that it came into contact with, and you said it's been loose on the ship for 75 years.
Yes.
Who knows what it could have done, and I'm just glad that we woke up at all.
All right. I am suddenly glad that I ordered you guys not to touch that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like Flynn shakes his head. He's like, it's fucking ridiculous. This is so fucking ridiculous. He's like, Johns looks at Flynn.
Clayton in the room?
What? Yeah, Clayton's in the room.
I'm giving him a mad dirty look.
So, anyway, Captain Miller, what I can tell you is that you're currently standing on B deck of the Chronos. You've already been on A deck up there. That is basically the cryo deck. All of the control systems are down here. I'm assuming that nothing is really working on the ship. And Rye goes, fuck, you got that right. So, but the air systems are working. You're welcome.
All right.
Johns goes, I could tell you down below.
We had a couple of hours, and that was at least an hour or so ago.
John says, down below is the cargo deck. We've got a couple cargo bays down there. We've got a shuttle down there. Other than that, the main reactors down there on the cargo deck, deck C. And
shuttle. You guys not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you when I was talking. Oh well, actually, the shuttle's connects to the cargo deck. Cargo deck goes down to deck D, and the shuttle bay is down there. The shuttle is, I mean, it's not huge. It could take 2 people and could transport, 3 or 4 pallets worth of cargo back and forth. We used it to shuttle the scientific equipment down or around LV 1113 when we got down there and landed the Chronos on planet. So,
Do you think that it could fit the what is it? There's uh 4 humans and a company man, right?
uh, sure. Where do you want to go in the shuttle?
Yeah, it's probably a short
If
range
we
shuttle.
have to
So.
get off, if we absolutely have to get off this ship, I'd like to know that that's at least possible.
Sure. I mean, with no cargo in it, you definitely could put everybody into the shuttle. So,
Oh, okay, that'll work.
Okay.
Does it have any cargo in there now, or what do you remember like the loadout being?
no, when we went into cryosleep, the shuttle had been docked and tied down. It had been rigged for long haul, so it's not even fueled right now. It should be, empty and fine unless somebody has messed with it while we were sleeping, which I couldn't tell you one way or the other. So,
Right. All right.
but I will say that uh, I can tell you now. I also remember. Hold on, let me just give me a second. He's like, Mother, Exo Johns recognized. Mother, what is the status on Cham Rae and engines? Those had not been repaired when we went into cryosleep. Mother comes back. Correct. Cham Rae currently at 10% of functionality. Engines completely shut off from reactor and currently inoperative.
All right.
How far can that shuttle travel?
The shuttle? Oh, it's
Yeah.
only a short hop. It's got a range of maybe 500 nautical miles.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It's not gonna get us back to Earth or anywhere close. So that means we're gonna have to get that engine up and get us back out.
Well, give me just a second. And Johns walks over to a terminal that is in the mess hall. It types a few commands in because, well, there's a problem with that. You see,
Of course, there is.
both the Cham Rae is going to require someone to have to go outside, and so are the engines. We're also going to have someone. It looks like there's some work that's going to have to be done in the reactor control room on the engines as well.
All right.
Um,
I guess the people in
we got
EVA
a couple
suits are
of
going
roughnecks.
outside.
We have a couple of roughnecks with our crew here, but I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if they can work on something this old. Can
Um,
you handle that, Cham and Ray?
go ahead and give me a. Let me think about that.
I mean,
Give me a wits check, both Davis and for both of you. So,
what's okay. All right.
and you can also throw in a command check there, Captain Miller. So,
Okay. Yeah, my wits is I'm not really surviving on my wits right now. So let's see about command.
Um,
and Mike, your stress should be all gone now because you guys had a rest. So,
right.
I got one
I'm
on
gonna,
command.
what were you going
I'm
to
gonna
say,
push
Mike?
that.
Okay,
I pushed that, and I got a total of 4 successes.
nice.
All right.
All right. As you're looking at the readouts, you go over and you stand next to John's, and all of you are looking at the various red flashing lights on various parts of the ship. You come to the conclusion that anyway, with a reasonable amount of ability in Comtech could go outside and fix the Cham Rae. And John's volunteers that he is able to do that kind of stuff. He would need someone to assist him out there, but he could go out. The problem is there's only one EVA suit left, but he could take that for sure. As far as the engines, it's apparent that the roughnecks could definitely handle. All of you look at that and see that it's heavy repair work that needs to be done. It's the kind of work that Ryan Cham did anyway on the ship. One person is going to need to go outside to do actual repairs on the outside of the hull on the engines, but they're
And both Cham and Ray are versed in retro tech.
in heavy machinery. So yeah, um,
Okay.
but there also is work that needs to be done on the reactor as well, which is on deck C. So
Okay.
All right.
What
So the
was
question is, I guess, where do we want the roughnecks, and who's going to help Johns?
Well, I'm awaiting orders. Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe you should go and help Johns, and then let the roughnecks take care of the other stuff.
Okay.
do you want them to do the outside and then do the inside, or how do you want them to do? Because there's two spaces that work for the engines. Someone's got to go outside and do external repairs, and then someone's got to do the heavy machinery repairs on the reactor as well. So
Heavy repairs sounds like a Rye job. Maybe Cam can do the outside stuff.
okay, Cham. All right. And are you going to send them by themselves, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'll go help them out.
All right. Which way are you going, outside, or are you staying inside? Just so I know where everybody is.
I'll stay outside because.
Okay. Clayton offers to help Rye, and Rye, looks real happy about that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I still want everybody to keep the buddy system. I don't want no less than 2 people together.
Well, we can be next to each other, but I'm not comfortable with the buddy system.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I guess that means Flynn, since he doesn't have a suit either, is going to go with Rye to help her in the nuclear or in the down below. So, I'm going to zoom out real quick. Yeah. So I'm going to move. First of all, I'm going to move these 3. So Rye, and then Clayton and John's, or not John's, Flynn down to the reactor. So give me a second while I move them there.
All right.
Come on.
By the way, I don't know if this is something Captain Miller might know, as we're friends, but Davis is just a bit on the paranoid side. She's got one pill, and she's a little strung out.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured. And plus, nobody has any reason to trust the company in any way.
Well, right, that part is logical, but I think I'm playing it like she's it's a little bit, it's kind of turned up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm assuming as my best friend, you would probably I don't know, be able to recognize that or something in me.
Yeah. I had kind of noticed a little bit of a paranoid flavor, shall we say?
All right.
But I also figured it was also possible that it was a completely rational reaction.
All right.
All right. I'm going to move Cham out to the engine pod. And who went with him? Was it Johns?
Yeah, I think that was it. No,
Oh,
Davis and Johns are together.
Yeah,
yeah,
James,
me and
John.
Davis are together. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I
you
think
that went.
I think I went out with Cham.
Yeah, so I'm moving you out
Yeah,
on
because
the
I
engine
didn't
pod,
like the idea of leaving him by himself.
and then the communication array. I'm not going to move you out on the outside of the ship for that, but you're going to go out there. So, who wants to go first as far as role playing what they're doing out there? So,
You want to go
I'll
out,
go first.
Mike? It doesn't matter to me.
Sure. I'll go first.
all right. So, Davis, you are going out with Johns. The two of you exit out one of the airlocks and emerge out onto the ship. As you get outside the ship, you can clearly see the remains of the Montero floating at the same relative velocity as the Chronos around you. And from outside, you can clearly see that there are many tritium containers around you. So um, that could be good, that could be bad. But you begin moving along the Cham Rae using a series of guide ropes and magnetic locks to get there. Go ahead and give me a.
I think your phone is making noise again.
Yeah, it's the damn politics. Mobility check, please.
Can we turn it off when we're playing or something? It's
Yeah.
loud.
Just give me a second.
All right.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we can get some of the tritium and make use of it, that would be good. But I mean, even if it's just as an explosive or to sell it.
I don't know much about tritium itself, other than it has to go through a whole processing thing before it's useful, and that it's extremely what is the word? There's a word for that when something can blow up.
Flammable or
But is it combustion? No, I can't remember what word it is, but that it is definitely flammable and can explode if given heat.
okay.
Go ahead and give me a mobility check, please.
A mobility check coming up. Mobile. Mobility is right there, and I got a 2 on it. I actually have a score on that check. What do you know?
Nice. You are able to move along.
1 success. Oh shit! And 3 stress levels.
Did you already get rid of your other stress levels from before?
Yes, I did. Yes, it did.
Oh, wow. All right. Wow.
Oh wait a minute! They're not. They're not gone. I don't
Yeah.
know. I thought I got rid of them.
Yeah, go ahead and get rid of your stress levels. So,
Okay. Should I try that again?
no, it's fine. Just keep the 1.
All right.
So, you move along just fine. Maybe it's because Johns has been locked up for a while or whatever it is, but Johns actually slips and you are able to catch him and bring him back to the magnetic lock. But you eventually see the Cham Rae in the distance. The Cham Rae looks like it has had several pieces of the array knocked loose, and they need to be reattached and to the array themselves so that the array is hooked up to the fiber optic network in the ship. It looks like the acid had burned through the whole of the ship here and then eventually was sealed, but the damage had already been done to the Cham Rae.
And what do I know, if anything, about stuff?
You don't, but Johns does. So,
Okay. Well, get your slipping ass over here, man.
all right, Johns begins working on it.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check, please.
Yeah.
Perception, observation. You mean?
Yeah, observation check.
Observation. Okay. Observation. Ooh, 2 successes.
So Johns is working away. You think that you see some movement on the hull about 100 yards away.
Hey, John.
Yeah, I'm about 3 minutes from being finished.
I just a heads up. I think I'm seeing some movement. About 100 feet away over there.
No. Your mind has to be playing tricks on you.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
All right.
all right. I will. I will sit in silence and be paranoid as fuck about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do you think I sent you to watch this back?
Uh,
I
he's
keep
still
I keep
looking.
looking over there like I'm not just gonna blow that off like he wants me to. I'm gonna keep an eye on that spot. I'm gonna be looking for that movement. I got my eye all open on that shit.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another observation check.
Okay. Observation and roll. I got one success. I'm rolling a lot better this time, let me say. We were rolling so shitty last game.
Yeah, we did. There were some high long rolls had.
You definitely see movement. You see a suit that looks like the one you have on, and some sort of figure out there moving along the deck in your direction.
What the fuck?
Okay, Johns. I definitely do see something over there, and it looks like somebody in one of these suits is actually walking in our direction. Who else would even be out here?
Johns looks over his shoulder and sees it. He says, "Oh fuck!" And he starts working faster, and he keeps fumbling.
What? Tell me what's going on.
It's the crew. It's the fucking crew. Give me another observation check.
Okay. And 0 successes.
You can't understand why it's so upsetting, but the suit is still walking towards you, and there's definitely some sort of person in the suit, and Johns is fucking up big time, and there are sparks going up as he keeps trying to attach the Cham Rae.
Dude, Johns, you got to keep your shit together, man. We got somebody coming over here. This is not the time to freak out. I know I'm being a little hypocritical as I'm freaking out right now, but you were the one doing the work. You got to keep yourself calm. You are an XO. Remember your duty.
John starts cursing and losing his shit, and maybe it's the
damn.
cursing or whatever it was, but he manages to finish the repair work and then friggin' grabs you, and you guys start hauling ass.
Right.
If you want to look back over your shoulder, you can give me another observation check.
Oh, I'm definitely looking over my shoulder. I was watching over my shoulder before I saw something.
All right.
Wait a minute.
I got a success.
Inside, you see that the front or the plexiglass shield that goes over the face has been completely blown out, and you see a skull with bits of flesh still on it, with what looks like long spider-like fingers coming out of the eye holes, radiating out and grabbing onto the edge of the suit. The suit is ripped, and there are like tentacles and various pieces of flesh hanging out of the suit, and the skull itself is moving with fangs that have grown, moving towards you.
What in the fuck?
We gotta go. We gotta go now. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yes. And John's just fucking racing around. Give me a mobility check, please.
Okay. Mobility. You are there. Ooh, I got a 2 in that. Let's see. No successes, though.
Fuck. Did you get any failures?
I'll try pushing that. Yeah.
All right.
I got 1 success.
And 1 stress. All right. You keep going. Meanwhile, John's... As you go past one of the magnetic locks, he pulls it off and manages to push off and grab onto the next magnetic grip while he throws that one behind him, hitting the abomination in the face and catapulting it off the ship so that it is now floating free in space away from the ship.
Nice shooting, Tex.
Nice.
And the two of you manage to get back into the airlock and close the airlock on the ship. Johns is breathing heavy.
All right. Is the captain? Is John's paying attention to me?
Yes.
Ah, shit. All right. I gotta go. I gotta go tell. I gotta go tell Captain Miller what's going on.
Okay. Well,
I go, and as I'm walking away, I go ahead and take my last pill. I kind of need a little something like that.
all right. He doesn't say anything, but we will get to Captain Miller next because all this stuff was
Okay.
happening at the same time.
Okay.
All
So,
right.
Captain Miller had gone outside with Cham to fix the engines, correct?
Yeah.
All right. The two of you had taken a nice leisurely space stroll out to the engines, and you and Cham spend about 15 minutes out there doing repair work to the engine. What is strange about what you needed to do repair? Go ahead and give me an observation check.
All right. One success.
What is odd out there, and Cham points it out to you as well, is that the engine hardwiring to the ship on this engine had actually been disconnected, but only on engine pod 2. But it's as if someone had known enough, but had gone out there on the ship to disconnect the engine pod. And when one engine pod is disconnected this way, the other engine pod won't fire because the ship will be unbalanced.
Huh. Sounds like something's
They
been
just
going
kind of
on.
spin in circles that way.
Yeah, but we'll worry about it later.
And then
Let's just finish our job and go back in.
Okay.
All right.
So where would you all meet up?
Back in the mess hall, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Okay. I'm going to move you guys back in the mess hall then. So,
All right.
Ryan, Cham, or Miller and Cham, you're in there. Johns, you arrive back into the mess hall with, and Mike, you're there as well. Johns is looking around nervously, and he takes off the helmet and slams it onto the table and sits down.
I certainly hope things went better for you than it went for us.
Yeah, it was pretty much smooth sailing, but it's weird. Somebody or something disconnected a power coupling on engine 2, so the other one wouldn't fire either. My question is, who would do it and why?
What's interesting about that is we happen to see. Well, he says it was one of the crew in a spacesuit, but I mean the mask on the suit was all busted out, and I know human could survive that. I don't know, but it was walking around. In fact, it was coming towards us, and we had to run in here to get away from it.
Huh. So I'm guessing some kind of alien that we've never seen.
I don't know. He said it was one of the crew, like maybe after they got infected or something.
Oh, weird. Like I told you, weird shit happened on this ship. Just fucking. I just want to get off the fucking ship. John starts yelling.
Join the crowd, buddy. We never wanted to get on this fucking ship.
That's why we need to get the ship back online so we can get somewhere away from here.
People's heads were exploding. People were. I just. God, I'm so mad. I'm so goddamn mad.
Well, that's a lot more useful than what I'm feeling.
Yeah. Let me check on. Meanwhile, I don't think we heard back from Rae or what's her face.
Rae, Clayton, and Flynn are down there.
Yeah. Let's just kind of check on their status.
Okay. How are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Can we call
Rae, yeah.
I mean, there is a terminal here. You can try and call them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to calm them. Yeah.
Nobody responds.
No response. Are we gonna have to go and check on them?
John walks over to the terminal, goes, slams it down. Clayton, where the fuck are you? Flynn.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess something happened, and we're the only ones that have weapons that work against these things. I think we need to go investigate.
Fuck. John's just like, fuck. And then he runs at. It's all your goddamn fault. And he runs at Davis. Give me initiative.
Jeez.
It's all my fault. Damn.
Just roll the d20 again. So.
All right.
Okay.
Because
this is just Davis.
no, all everybody.
Okay.
I rolled an 11.
Okay.
All right. Let me figure.
Why are we not draw? I could try and draw an initiative card, and we could do it that way.
Yes, see if it'll work. So
Yeah, it's letting me draw a card.
All right.
Well, wait a minute. I drew a card, but it's not. Where I don't see a card.
It wasn't turning over anything before. Remember?
Oh, let me just roll. I'll roll a d20.
All right.
Because I'm not getting it to work. 9. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to add Miller, Davis, Cham.
Let's see. What do I have?
John.
It's like.
Let's see. You got a 9. Davis got an 11. See what Cham got. And John's 4 to 7. All right, so you see Davis just lose his shit, and then he starts rushing at you, Davis. So what are you gonna do?
Well, my first impulse is to put my heel in his face.
Okay.
All right.
I figure he's running right at it. Shouldn't take too much effort to put a stop to that. Force, an object in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by an outside force, namely my foot.
Okay. Go ahead and make a close combat roll. So.
Okay. Which I suck at.
And
I'm not. She has 0 combat. She probably knows no martial arts.
Okay.
Maybe shit, I don't know. Is he out of his suit?
No, he is still in his suit.
Oh,
or at least partially in his suit, so.
Well, then I'm just going to try to I think I'm just going to try to get out of the way.
Okay.
I can't punch his suit. I'm going to hurt my hand. I can't kick him in the nuts. I don't know any martial arts. I don't even have any close combat. I don't know what else to do other than to try and maybe use his momentum to push him out of the way as he comes at me.
All right, so go ahead and give me a dodge, which would be your. Hold on, let me double check on this.
Agility?
It's still close combat. For every success you roll, you can outmaneuver your maneuver. You can knock or pull a weapon. You can full pro. You can also do a blocking action. So you still roll close combat to decrease damage, counterattack, disarm. You can try and grapple opponent. You can try and shove them. So there's no really. It doesn't say anything about dodging, but I'm gonna do a house rule here, and we are going to use mobility for dodging versus their close combat roll. So,
not agility.
Well, mobility would add your agility to it as well. So
Oh, okay. Well, because my agility's 5 and my mobility just has the 1. So I
that should
guess.
give
Oh
you
yeah, I
six
see what you're
dice.
saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. And 0 successes.
Oh,
Push 2 successes and a stress level.
all right. Uh, I'm gonna roll for a close combat for John's because he had started that beforehand. So let's see what happens with John's, and then I will tell you the result. So your 2 successes would have been getting away from him. It really would have helped if they gave me character sheets for these guys. And he has absolutely nothing. He gets 4 dice though. Nothing. All right. Johns rolls at
Not a
you
single success.
and attempts to tackle you, and you do an ole, getting out of his way so he drives past you. I want everybody to include Cham, Miller, and Johns. Give me an observation check, please.
Okay.
I can do
Oh,
that.
Chan, everybody. All
Yeah.
right. I observe with 1 success.
I have 1 success as well.
Okay. Let's see what goes on here for Cham. Cham gets Dick. As he
Maybe he likes that.
he does like that. That's why he didn't observe anything. So, uh, as he dives past you, um, both Miller and John and Davis, you notice that his skin is beginning to mottle. Parts of it are turning dark red or even gray at the edges, and it's all over his face.
Oh shit. Um, I'm starting to get a feeling that what is happening to him is what happened to that whatever we saw outside.
Yeah, that seems likely.
Um,
Miller,
John, stand down, and I point my 9mm at him.
all right. Are you holding an action, or you just
I'm
drawing on him?
holding. I am holding an action and drawing on him, with the idea that if he tries to attack again, I shoot him.
All right. As you say that, John reaches for a knife and turns to attack Davis. As he reaches to turn for it, all 3 of you, now that you're clued in on something that's going on with him, notice that his head, he had taken off his helmet, his head is beginning to elongate in the back.
Okay, that's well. He'd try to attack. I'm going to shoot him now.
All right.
um, is he perhaps from the kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Sure.
I'm going to push that.
Okay.
Okay, 2 successes.
All right. And it's damage of 1 base damage.
Yeah.
Yep. So 3. But he's still got an armored suit on right now, minus the head. So
Yeah.
let's randomize this. Roll a d100 for me.
All right. $52.
Nope. You fire the 9mm twice, and it clangs off the armored plating of the suit, doing no damage to him. Johns. With that, you got his attention, and he turns it fully on you, Miller, and he runs at you and attempts to stab you with the knife.
All right.
Is it John? Is it Miller's turn?
It's John's turn. So
Yeah. So
Okay.
I guess I do a mobility thing.
yeah. If you want to try and dodge. So, and why am I
Yeah.
rolling d4s? We got a success.
Yeah, I'm trying to dodge.
But you're wearing a suit as well.
Yeah.
All right. He manages to stab you, but it is not able to penetrate the arm of the suit. But you notice that the modeling on his skin is getting worse, and John's is actually slavering. He's got white froth coming out of his mouth. It's Old Yeller.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that whatever's happening to him, there's probably no saving him.
Let's see. Cham. Cham's pretty good at this. One success. All right. Cham tackles Johns to the ground and holds him down and yells for the two of you to help him.
Yeah.
I help
On
him.
it.
Okay. Davis, it's your turn.
Still think I'm crazy about the inoculations, Captain?
At this moment, no.
All right.
I didn't think you were crazy, just a little on the paranoid side.
We could go out of initiative now. I will stipulate that the three of you are able to subdue Johns. What do you want to do? Do you want to try and tie him up, knock him out, kill him?
Yes, I would actually like to leave him tied up to a couch all winter long.
Yeah.
I'm for knocking him out and tying him up. Yeah.
All right. As you are watching, even as you are knocking him out and tying him up, you can see that he is screaming in his sleep. Actually, screaming now. You see parts of his skin starting to fluff off and absorb, and they're exposing the skull.
Oh, Jesus. Captain?
Yeah.
And
as I told you
everybody,
before, that thing.
everybody take a stress level as well. So,
Oh, lovely.
As I told you before, the thing I saw outside, the face, the part of the suit that with the mask over the face was blown out.
Yeah.
Whatever he is turning into, whatever's coming out of him, whatever's going on with him, it's going to come out of that suit. And I'm suddenly feeling like, I don't know, the airlock seems like a good idea.
Yeah, I think we have no choice.
All right. It's icicle time, dude.
Yep. We have no choice.
you're going out the airlock.
We're sending him out the airlock.
I'm sending him out the airlock so that what comes out of it, whatever comes out of him, doesn't bother us.
Okay. You jettison Johns out the airlock.
All right.
And Johns is unconscious. I will allow you to do something if you want, but unless you decided to, he just kind of floats away out into space. So
that's it. I didn't want what was happening to him to happen to us, and getting him off the ship seemed like the best idea.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be that the inoculations might have been what turned him into that. That's possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which means, Cham, be very careful. Let me if anything feels wrong to you, tell me immediately.
Captain, I see dead people.
Well, yeah.
Wait,
All right.
was he looking at the captain when he said that?
Yes.
Oh, that's not good.
All right. When you get back to
The mess hall.
the mess hall, Flynn and Clayton are there, as is the body of Rye.
Ooh.
She's dead?
She's dead. Her throat is ripped out and one of her arms is ripped off.
What happened?
Well, I guess they figured they could go ahead and kill her. She was unarmed.
Or it could have been one of the aliens.
We didn't fix the reactor. There's something in the reactor room. It looked like it had a crew uniform on, but I don't even know.
Let me guess. It had a skull on it, and and I just kind of describe what we saw.
It was horrible. I mean, yes, but the skull now it looked like a skull, but it had like this gelatinous skin that had grown over the skull, and it grew claws and.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, but our XO turned into one of those things.
Cham's like, fuck these two. They killed Rae. Flynn's like, we didn't do anything.
Cham, it was probably those creatures that did it.
Well, I'm not going down to the reactor room to fix the reactor. Not with those two. That's for damn sure.
Well, I guess we're going to have to then, because we need to get this boat moving.
I'll go down there with him, Captain.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing this pulse rifle.
As you should.
I'm taking the shotgun, says
right.
Cham.
All right.
All right.
I'm He saw how useless the shotgun was before, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if it makes him feel better, fine.
All right.
Okay.
I don't want to move you guys all the way down to the other end of the map for the reactor, so I'm just going to move you down. You see where on this level it says reactor core all the way at the bottom, Mike?
All the way at the bottom, yes.
Can you move your guy down there, and I'll move Cham down there?
Okay.
Reactor, yeah.
Reactor core, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, hold on.
Are you going as well, Captain Miller?
Yes.
All right. So are we leaving Clayton and Flynn, or are we taking them with us?
I would take them.
I think
they're the only ones who saw this thing.
All right.
All right. I'm going to put them because the reactor core is a little bit different. The reactor core on the actual level, it extends off to the side down on level D, so it's much bigger than this. But
Okay.
I don't want to take you guys all the way down there because this is a big map. So, Cham starts working, and he keeps looking over his shoulder, holding on to the shotgun with one hand. Give me an observation check, all of you.
Okay.
So.
Observation.
I have amazing powers of observation.
Yeah, I got one success.
Okay.
I have a stress level.
Just one?
Just one, but no successes.
And you rolled a failure on a success level, which means I need a panic check from you.
A panic check, okay.
Let me see how to do that again real quick. And then Waylon Yutani needs to go visit the little boys' room quick. So,
I'm not seeing panic.
Yep.
I know that there is a panic check because I remember reading that in the rules, but I'm not seeing it.
Roll a die 6 and add your current stress level to the roll.
Okay, my current stress level is 2.
Yep.
Here's the D6, so 7.
7. You have developed a nervous twitch. your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range to you, which is everybody, increases by 1. And you can roleplay that now.
So I'm gonna go ahead and roleplay this as this is making my ass twitch.
Great. Well, it's creepy enough to make me twitch.
All right. I'm going to go visit the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
If that's cool. If it's not cool, I can stay here and I'm just going to have an accident. So, all right. I'll be right back.
Well, honestly, it doesn't affect us if you pee on yourself.
Let me go get some.
Let's see, where are we? All right, let's get this going on. Let's share this stuff. Maybe get a few more people watching it. Shabam, let's get that in there. Shaboom. Shaboom, shaboom. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, shaboom. That sounded like it was a very relieving piss.
Oh, it was. Believe me. I'm not going to go into more detail on that because I don't think anybody needs that information. If you want it, let us know in the comments, and I won't give it to you, but you know what? So
I've always wondered if taking a piss is as pleasurable for a girl as it is for a guy. Because I got to tell you, it's very relieving.
I don't know how to answer that question. So anyway, back to the game. Cham is working. Cool. Flynn is hanging out here. Clayton is behind Flynn doing Clayton things. Davis, you're kind of looking around with the pulse rifle. And Miller, you notice some movement underneath the grated floor plates of the reactor core.
We got movement under the floor plates, and I'm trying to move like out of the way.
Movement under the floor plates? I start kind of jumping up a little bit, trying to keep my feet off the floor. Where are you talking about? Where?
Yeah, I pointed out to it.
You really, it's like Clayton goes, listen, I know you all don't like me, but you really do not want to be shooting pulse rifles down here in the reactor core.
No, I agree with that.
What would you like us to use? My charming personality?
Anything that doesn't cause the ship to blow up.
Yes. We can't hit the reactor, obviously.
So I got one weapon in my hand I can use against these things, and I can't use them. Can't I just not shoot the reactor?
Or we can lure it out of the reactor and then shoot it.
I de-volunteer myself for that position.
Well, we may not have a whole lot of choice in the matter because something's down there.
All right, let me roll for Cham while he's still working on the reactor.
Yeah, because right now I'm just carefully covering Cham, making sure that he can at least get his job done.
Yep.
Okay.
I was watching Cham, and now I feel useless standing here with a pulse rifle I can't use.
Cham is sweating bullets and working so fast that his hands seem to be blurring, but he appears to be making progress on fixing the reactor.
Is he doing some data shit with his hands?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and give me another observation check, to both of you. So
okay. Observation. Shabam.
No, I'm pushing that. Ah, yeah,
I
that
got
failed.
Ooh. And Miller.
and I got a success level when I pushed it.
All right.
Yeah.
So a couple things. First of all, Davis, this time with your twitch,
Okay, never mind.
you were twitching back and forth. Go ahead.
I was going to mention that I got a failure in there too, but it doesn't matter, I guess.
No, because you didn't get a failure on your stress test. Yeah.
Okay.
So you notice now a shadow movement up above you in the reactor.
Oh my God, we got to get the fuck out of this room, Captain.
Miller, I need a panic check from you. Roll a d6 and add your current stress level, please.
All right, d6. Hopefully this is low. 7.
7?
Yeah.
I believe that is a nervous twitch as well. You can do whatever you want, and everybody gets another stress level.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I can't really fault you for that, Captain. My ass.
Well, I'm trying not to die, so.
Well, I appreciate you doing that. Being my best friend and all, I'd like you to not die.
Cham is still kicking ass. He is fairly close to fixing the reactor as he keeps moving along. Cool. So I need one more observation check from the three of you.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I would say when he gets this done, be prepared to haul ass.
Okay. And observation. 1 success.
1 success as well.
All right. And let me see one more thing, and then I will let you know what happened. Oh, shit.
Oh, no. Yeah.
2 stress levels.
I am going to push that.
Yeah, I think he should.
Push it real good.
Okay, he got a success that time.
Yeah, but he got stress level as well.
Well,
so I will.
We've all been getting stress levels being down here.
Ooh, he got an 8 on his stress, on his panic check. All right. Cham finishes.
All right.
Fixing the reactor. It is completely finished.
Good. Now let's get the hell out of here.
While at the same time, and as he finishes, he begins trembling uncontrollably and falls to the ground, unable to move, as you see a huge creature move out of the ceiling and crawling along the ceiling. Oh. It appears to be what used to be part of the crew, but it has a huge bulbous dome over its head now, and you can see it is translucent and gelatinous with the skull inside. The suit or the uniform it was wearing is ripped, and there are tendrils and tentacles of black fluid and black veins running through gelatinous skin over what is left of the human bones that have not been dissolved, but everything has been reshaped, so the head is incredibly long and bulbous now, and it looks at you and opens up this horrifying and disgusting visage and hisses at you. As
all right, I reach my hand out towards the captain, start pushing her behind me, put the pulse rifle out in front of me, and we're backing out of this room.
Hell yeah.
I thought you were going to say, let's rock! So.
Nope. I mean, I do admire the rest of the crew, but I'm afraid I'm really only concerned about my friend.
At this point, Flynn, you look back and you notice that Flynn's skin is becoming mottled.
Oh, crap.
What does that mean? I'm not familiar with that word.
Splotchy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's turning into one of those things.
All right.
Cham can't move right now. You push the captain behind you. We're not on initiative yet. Flynn is raising up to punch Clayton. Clayton is trying to get away. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep the same order we had before and just put all of the NPCs on John's. So and so Davis, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm. I tell everybody else that they need to get out of here. Come out of here with the rest of us. I can't kill this thing while it's in this room.
Okay. And you're holding your ground right there.
We're still backing out of the room.
Okay. Go ahead and move how you want. So
Okay.
assume that I should have put you all down there. All right. Let's do this. I'm gonna grab everybody and move you guys. All right.
Okay.
We're going down to the bottom left of the map.
Bottom
Bottom
left.
left.
Okay.
Okay.
Chronos C.
Yep. Deck C.
Okay.
And down to the reactor bay.
Right.
There's a reactor relay control.
Reactor and reactor relay control. Yep.
Okay.
Reactor
So-
relay control. I don't know where that is.
Okay, so we're probably in the reactor relay control room now and heading back out into the hallway.
Yep.
I
So,
can't do this pulse rifle while I'm in this room.
all
And I
right.
really want to.
Oh, I see where we are. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So Clayton is getting the hell out. Flynn is shaking and looking not good. Cham is on the ground in the reactor room and can't move. Davis.
Taylor, you should be behind me.
Yeah.
All right. So you backed out of the room, Davis.
Yep.
Miller, what are you doing?
I can't shoot anything while we're this close to the reactor, so I'm gonna withdraw with her.
Okay. NPCs. I'm gonna put the monster last. So Flynn.
I would grab Cham if I could, but I can't. So.
Flynn screams, clawing at his face, and runs past you. And you could see him run around the corner over here and into this junction. Or you can see him run around the corner into a hallway.
All right.
Cham. Let's see if Cham can pass a panic check. What he's going to do.
I don't know about you, Captain, but I see that as a little extra cowardly. I'm freaking out right now.
Yeah, I know. But we keep, I'm trying to. It's a tactical withdrawal so that anything coming out we can shoot.
Right? Exactly. But I'm just saying, I would rely on him for our safety.
Let's hope that Cham gets his ass up.
It's like he can.
He got a success, but he got another stress level.
Yeah.
Let's roll a die 6.
I got up to level 7 last game on my stress. How about you guys?
Got a 10.
I don't remember.
Oh, dude, Cham is pretty far up there now.
Yeah, right now I'm at a 4.
He just got a 10 on his panic check.
Oh shit!
Yikes!
I'm at a 4 too.
Panic. He gets up to move and sees the monster going for him and completely freezes, not moving at all, just standing and staring at there. He's doing what's her name from Alien?
Oh no!
Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range of you increases by 1. But you guys are not in short range. You're in medium range, so you don't have to worry about your stress level. So.
Okay, good.
But unfortunately, our boy Cham got to here and froze, and this thing closes in on him. And now we are going to see what it does. Die 6. You see the creature move in on Cham, who is frozen still, It reaches out with its two hands, fingers, incredibly long, wrap around his arms, and he pulls his arms clean off. And Cham slumps to the floor, blood spewing from his arms that have been pulled off.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Thus goes Cham, I think. So
Yeah. Looks like it's just us now.
I'm supposed to roll a critical injury here, but I think that is a critical injury. So
Yeah, I'm not seeing too many people surviving that.
yeah, I'm going to say that Cham is gone. Goodbye, Cham.
Damn.
He died. He died bringing the reactor online.
Davis.
Um. Well. Uh. Is this Cham right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well. Is the creature following us, or is he munching on Cham?
He's not munching on Cham. Currently, he's holding two arms, and Cham is doing his best Black Knight impression over there. So
I see. It's just a flesh wound, man.
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
I think I know what we're dealing with. These things are engineered Yayucha.
What?
Bulbous heads, fangs at the bottom of the face. Mottled skin.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm not either. I'm just saying that that's what it looks like to me.
All right. Anyway, Davis, you're up. What do you want to do?
I guess we're gonna keep backing out of here. I gotta lure this creature away from the reactor before I can kill it.
All right.
So I
Uh,
probably don't want to be doing it near the coolant tank. Let's come down here towards the junction.
okay. Miller.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Let's. I'll just go like in the junction here.
All right. Give me an observation check.
Okay. One success.
You see Flynn in one corner, and he's clawing at his face, actually tearing parts of his skin off, and he keeps screaming over and over, "It fucking hurts! It fucking hurts!"
Then stop doing that.
So that's him right there.
Yeah.
He looks like he's turning into one of those things.
It looks like it's nothing good is happening to him right now. So,
I'll hit him with the incinerator.
all right, fire it up.
Two success.
Ooh,
And 2 stress levels.
yes. Base damage on incinerator. First of all, give me a panic check.
All right. Die 6.
Plus your current panic level.
Yeah, so that's 7.
So you start trembling, which gives you a -2 to your mobility, and you add another stress level.
Lovely.
But you did 2 success plus incinerator is. Let me double check because I didn't put it on there. Weapons. Where is it? Incinerator. Grapple gun, plasma pulse rifle, assault rifle. For you, incinerator base damage is 2, so you did 4 damage to him. You set him on fire, and he begins screaming in pain from that. So now he's burning and clawing at his flesh, and now he has turned his attention to you, which is probably not a good thing. So
Yeah, probably not. That means I probably ought to get out of the junction.
well, you've already taken your slow action.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
And your fast action.
Okay, that's fine.
So now it is the NPCs. Clayton runs past you and goes, "Protect me, Davis."
Why would I want to do that?
Davis
Johns
have a chuckle out of that.
screams and jumps out into open space and falls the 30 feet to the next deck.
Oh shit!
Oh, you mean Flynn?
Or not Flynn, yeah, not Johns.
Johns is floating way out into space somewhere.
Johns is
Yeah,
a popsicle. Yeah.
That's right.
No, Flynn just did a swan dive.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Probably
happens to
took some
him.
fall damage too.
You know that one colonial marine did something like that.
Cham is a
Got fire and he ran a little bit, like maybe it was like 10 feet, went over the railing and fell like several stories.
Yep. Cham is a dead man. This thing comes out in the hallway, barely fits in the hallway, squeezes in, and is moving down the hallway towards you, Davis. So,
Is it my turn?
yep.
I'm gonna plug that thing full of holes.
All right.
We are going with I don't have it down here. I don't have a pulse rifle in my weapon.
Just make your range combat. So, pulse rifle is +1 to your dice. All right, hold on for a second. I will add pulse rifle onto your sheet real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I gotta find your sheet first.
You know, in this particular situation, there's not a more useless weapon than things got no stopping power when they aren't all armor.
All right. Ranged weapon. It is medium. It is +1 dice. And it does 3 damage. And it is a pulse rifle. And it is armor piercing.
Yep.
Full auto. And it has a grenade launcher.
Oh, nice. You started this. Show me everything.
Yeah. There you go. You should have it on your.
I got it.
Yep.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, pulse rifle, shabam.
All right. Well, full auto allows you to take 3 shots.
Okay. I clicked on it. It didn't work. I clicked on the little thing on the side, and it didn't roll anything.
Did it come up with the thing to add dice or anything?
No, nothing.
Let me double check.
Oh, there it goes.
All right.
All right, 4 successes and 2 stress levels.
Nice.
All right, so that's 4 successes. I'm assuming that one worked. Now another shot.
Yep.
No successes. and a stress level.
Did you get a hold on for real quick? Yeah, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Go ahead and take your last shot, and then we'll do that.
Okay. And 1 success and a stress level on the last one. So a total of 5 successes. Well, 4 on the first one, 0 on the second one, and 1 on the third one.
All right, so you got 4
We
plus
got
3
2
is
stress
7
levels
damage.
in there.
All right, go ahead and give me a panic check. I need 2 panic checks, please.
2 panic checks, okay?
So first one, 5 plus what's your current panic level?
600,000. No, it is 4.
So 9.
Yep, 9.
All right.
And then another one. So 5 on the second one.
Okay. So I'm going to switch that around for the purposes of the game. You unload full auto on this thing, tearing into it, ripping out its chest and killing it where it stands, completely emptying the magazine before reloading it, and then just in pure shock as you just keep pulling the trigger because it's not even going anymore because it's jammed. Uh, this is just for story purposes. It'll unjam. You drop the weapon and begin pounding your fist against the wall.
Damn.
Okay. Dag nabbit it.
And your stress level increases by 1.
Yikes.
Dag nabbit and a gosh darn it.
Yeah. All right. Clayton's like, holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, see what we're saying, that doing things the company way may not be the best idea right now.
Hey, Clayton, be honest with me, and it'll really help me like you if you did. Tell me you shit yourself.
No, but I pissed myself.
That's close
I'll
enough.
take
I
it.
like it.
She's wearing the brown pants.
That's right. Or the yellow pants in this case.
Yellow pants, yeah, in this case, yeah.
When she realizes that she pissed herself in front of you, she goes to the junction and goes up and says, I'll be in the mess hall, and leaves.
Yeah. I'll be in my book.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we have a working reactor at the cost of too many dead people.
Right, and we turned on the engine pod in number 2, so both of those should fire now, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we can get this ship going then. If the reactor's going and we can fire up both those pods, this thing can get moving.
Yeah, let's see if we can get this thing going. So I guess it's to the bridge.
Yep, I got to get to the bridge and see if I can control this beast.
All right. Give me an observation check, please, both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, like,
I got 2 successes.
all right. Me too.
Let's prepare my performance and
All right. As the two of you are talking, where are you talking right now? I guess I should ask you.
I I was heading up towards the control room, the bridge, so that I can.
Yeah, we're on the we're talking on the way to the bridge.
Okay. So you're in you want to put yourselves back up on the near the junction in C or on deck B, please.
Okay.
B2. All right.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That is up and to the right, I believe.
Yep, up top right. So don't get all the way to the bridge, but you're like by that junction, where the junction comes up out there.
Let me see where
Okay.
that is.
Wow, I'm in some sort of map legend room. I've never been here before.
Map legend. All right.
Okay. Um,
All right. Hold on.
let's see.
Yep.
Where is the bridge? Where is the bridge? There it is. It's way the hell up there. I got a long way to go.
Yeah. So start out down here by the junction. So over here.
Okay, right here.
Yep.
Okay.
And so that is Davis. So I just need.
Yeah, I'm trying to move myself.
Yeah, you guys are in the hallway by the science sector. Oh, that's a real healthy place to be, by the way. So
Yeah, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay. You're still not in the right place.
Are you going northeast?
I see you.
I'm.
I got you. Just I'll grab you and drag you up there. Just go up there. So
All right.
the hand of God has you. So.
Okay. B2. All right. Cool.
All right.
Now I can.
Both of you notice a figure which you have not noticed before, slumped over in the hallway near the med lab.
Okay. So we'll check. We'll check out who this is.
Okay. I go check out who it is.
Whoever it is wearing a med or a science lab uniform, and she looks like this.
Does
Ah.
she have a? Does she have an ID card or an access card or something on her?
She does not, although
Okay.
she has a name tag on her uniform that says Ava.
This was the synthetic that the captain was trying to recover.
Ah. Well. Um. Now that he's gone, what shall we do with her?
Can we bring her back online?
I fly big chunks of metal in space. I don't know shit about synthetic, Captain. I'm sorry.
Um, what would it take to be able to check? Or
I don't know. I don't even. I would run like a diagnostic or something is my first impulse, but I mean, I have no idea how to do that. I don't. I'm completely ignorant when it comes to synthetic.
okay.
Oh wait, Steve, have you gotten hurt yet?
Um, Not really. No.
Okay.
All right.
You,
Ava. Well, saying her name doesn't help.
no, you go to check her, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you
Kind of
check,
feeling around for a button of some sort, something to press, something to
you,
turn it on.
you put your hand behind her head, and you feel it is a wet, sticky substance back there.
There's something wet and sticky back here. It,
Yeah.
I,
I'm guessing that's the synthetic blood.
oh God, I'm gonna have to stick my fingers in here.
You
Yeah.
pull your hand away, and it's covered in white, sticky liquid.
Oh God, I thought I was done with my hand being covered with like sticky liquid.
Either one of you could give me a contact roll to try and repair Ava if you want.
I don't think either of us got contact for shit, but I will look.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like. I mean, it's probably going to be. Yeah. I have 0 in contact and like 2 in wits. So.
That's basically what. Yep.
That's what I got.
So you're just going to roll contact with a 0 and 2 of wits. However,
Just pushing buttons, it'll work
Steve,
sometime.
add 4 dice to your roll, Steve.
Oh, 4 dice. Okay. All right. I will add it. Add 4. I got 5 successes.
Fuck yeah!
All
Any
right.
stress? Let's see.
No, it's a no panic level. Yeah.
I mean,
No.
you rolled it. The stress dice got you to roll 3 extra dice, or got you get 3 extra successes. So yeah.
Yeah.
You quickly fiddle around. In fact, Davis, you're surprised that how well Captain Miller is able to reattach the wiring and then make basic repairs to seal the wound on Ava, and she begins to flutter her eyelids and looks around.
Damn, Captain. Even after all these years, you surprised me and shit. I had no idea you could do that.
I guess I got lucky. I don't know how I did that.
No, Captain, you're supposed to play it cool. We talked about
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
All right. So Ava, can you tell us your status?
She kind of looks around and goes, waiting to report to Exo Johns. I do not see Johns.
Exo Johns is no longer with us. He is
Searching
Yeah.
databanks. I do not recognize you as members of Chronos crew.
Check well, I don't know if you can get into Mother's records or the ship's records, but we were forced on here. We were on a different ship and were forced aboard this ship.
We have
Company.
full authorization given to us by Mother.
What members of the crew are still alive? Whoever's still alive and has not gone into cryosleep there, warn them not to take the inoculations. Inoculations have been laced by company scientists with. She kind of ticks for a minute, ticks for a minute, ticks for a minute, and then shuts down again. Then reboots. Do not allow them to take inoculations. All inoculations have been laced with unable to retrieve name of, because David cannot find the actual name of what it's laced with. So,
Yeah.
hold on. I actually want to get this right. So,
The bad stuff.
yes.
Your paranoia may have saved lives.
Yeah.
Damn it. I hate when this happens.
I have a question. Do the pills I take are they a standard prescribed medicine, or are they like a street drug, or what are they?
They are a opiate.
Yes, but are they prescribed? Is it a prescribed medication, or is it?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is a prescribed medication.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
I kind of on the sly rattle my pill bottle next to the captain. You'll notice it's not making any noise.
So Ava looks at you and goes, all inoculations were indeed formulated to destroy native fauna from LV 1113 and make them into inert tumors. However, the company instructed scientist Cooper and several others to create 26 Draconis strain 217 alpha and put it into the inoculations. I have found this by scoring through the databanks hidden under Order 966. Those inoculations were the people inoculated were supposed to be put into cryosleep and frozen for transport back to the company for experimentation on Earth. Do not take inoculations. And then she shakes herself out of it. It's like, Ava Online, I'm willing to help.
Yeah. One question: who would have known about the inoculations?
Only company representative Clayton, Dr. Cooper, Dr. Miller, Dr. and then she rattles off another doctor, were aware of Order 966 and the order to put the Draconis strain into the inoculations.
Would Company Agent Clayton have known?
Company
She-
Agent Clayton was the one who was initially notified.
Aha! She's got some answers to give.
I am never gonna not trust my gut again.
Yeah,
My gut says some shit. I'm gonna believe it.
your guts served us well so far. Okay. How can we repair you, Ava?
If you take me to MedPod, it should be able to repair me completely so that I am fully functional.
That sounds like a plan. Then let's do that.
All right. Is she really heavy?
No, she's about the same as a normal human being.
Okay, I will kind of hoist her up on my on my back and shoulder, and we will head towards the med bay.
Oh, Ava, one more question. Why was the captain trying to rescue you?
The captain was aware that Ava was out of control of Mother, and as a wild card, Ava was purchased as a personal replicant in the service of Exo Johns and the captain on Mars before boarding the Chronos.
Okay. So the company was trying to eliminate you because they couldn't control you.
Correct.
Maybe the company was trying to eliminate it because it's a replica
Okay.
of another
Yeah.
universe.
Well,
Ava looks at you strangely. No, looks at Captain Miller strangely. May I make an observation, Captain Miller?
what kind of observation?
On unit designation,
Go ahead.
Ava is not fully functional, but Ava is Gen 8 replicant. Looking at Captain Miller, I cannot designate what generation you are.
What generation I am?
Yes.
What the fuck?
And
I think she's
and
saying
I'm kind of like blinking strangely, and it's very rhythmic.
Oh. And then Ava begins walking mechanically towards the bed pod.
Yeah, and I will point out to Ava that it has been 75 years since you were deactivated.
Oh.
I'm carrying Ava
Yeah.
to the med bay.
All right. Well, Ava's walking with you to the med pod. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to think, yeah. Like, there's a genuine look of confusion in Miller's eyes at this question.
Okay.
You got an off button on there, Captain?
I don't know what she's talking about, but I mean, she must have had some kind of logical basis to ask that question.
You know what? I have an idea. I
Hmm.
have heard that they take these synthetics and they model them after actual humans.
Okay.
Is it possible that there is a synthetic that looks like you, and she assumes you're a synthetic because of that?
I don't know.
Have you ever been? I don't know. What do they do? They plaster your face or whatever to do that?
I feel like any different than a human, but yeah. I'm just playing this as if she's a synthetic, then she doesn't know it.
Okay. Is there an origami force?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, that anything's possible.
All right. And with that, that is the end of Act 2.
Awesome.
Wow. All right.
So you guys reset all stress levels.
Cool.
Okay.
We accumulated quite a few of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I got up to 5 that time.
And everything else. So
Yeah.
um,
I guess if I'm a synthetic, I wouldn't be taking stress levels.
How many story points do we have? Are we marking those?
yes, as a matter of fact. So although that would only be
I've just
useful
been taking them just to kind of keep you going with it. But
if you guys wanted to keep playing Miller and Davis or make new characters later when we finish this. So
Oh, I see.
um,
that's
yeah.
cool.
But yeah, you guys have done quite a bit. This has gone quite differently as we start the last act than I figured it would go. I need to figure a few things out.
Did we turn into murder hobos?
No, I mean things have gone better and worse than I thought they would go.
Okay.
So as always, the choices you guys made some really good choices. I will say that. So not
Okay.
taking the inoculation, making sure not to touch any of the vials, some of the rolls we made for the other crew members, some other stuff. So yeah, uh, there's some definite differences going on here into Act 3. So you definitely have Ava on your side. Was not expecting Rye and Cham to both be dead. So that's
I was not.
something else.
I
That's
was
going
not.
on.
I was not either, but I think some of it I probably just made the wrong decision on who to assign to what. But
And then you threw John's right the hell out the airlock. Flynn
it made
is,
too much sense.
is still up in the air where Flynn is, so I need to deal with that. So
He was falling and burning to a crisp when the last we saw him, so he's going to be out for a while.
I think I want to call this one for tonight. So,
right.
But that doesn't mean I want to stop. I kind of want to play D&D, but we're going to do it with the other guys, huh? Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and call it for tonight then, I guess. Because I need to think about, there's a couple other things that are going to happen here. So, but you guys are going into the final act. There isn't, I don't know. I want to plan on next weekend. I want to plan on doing something else because you don't have a lot left. I just need to figure out how the story is going to go for the final act. And then I want to either keep playing Alien with these characters or do the rest of the time as a zero session for new characters to do another Alien game if you guys want to play Alien. Or
Honestly, after we did it, there are 2 types of playing Alien. There are campaign games and there are cinematic games. We
right.
tried a cinematic game. I'd like to try what a campaign was like.
Yeah, we could play a campaign game. So I mean, after we finish this cinematic game, I think maybe next week we take the rest of the time to do a zero session to roll up your cinematic or your campaign characters. So if you guys want to keep playing this, so
all right, I'd be down with that. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, let's think about that. We still got some time.
All right.
Okay.
Cool, because you guys should finish this next week. I just gotta because a lot of the scenarios you guys have kind of crossed off because of honestly you played it much smarter than normal people in an Alien Universe game. So so it's just going to be a little bit different, but I think it's kind of it'll be good. I don't want to give anything away, so let's go ahead and call it here. So
all right, here we go.